one of our other sponsors with a big presence here this year with every kind of amazing thing. They've got demos going, but they also have fun things, which I really appreciate, Jeff. There's race cars and there's characters, and you're making a big splash at the show this year. So thanks for sponsoring us, and thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure. We're having a lot of fun here at RealComm this year.
That is the fun place to be at. Tell me, is that a big part of your company's ethos to, take business seriously, but also to have some fun?
Yeah, well, we're innovators. You know, we have people all over the globe helping our clients succeed at what they do. We help them. So innovation brings fun, right?
Yeah.
So we're creative. We do all things. And the thing what we're talking about right now at this conference is robotics.
Right.
Robotic process automation, which is really cool.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's exciting. I think the greatest story is when in January, I saw it for the very first time. And we have this demo room in our office in London. And it's one of these fancy tables where the demo takes place, and you can move things around, the glass, like you see on television on the wall.
Sure.
Well, it fascinated me. So then I had to figure out exactly how that worked. So what we're now doing is we're taking clients' work that are processes driven by manual labor, very basic work, stuff that you just would not want to do, whether it's like data entry. Let's say at home you take your bank statement,
right,
and you want to take that information and you put it into a spreadsheet. And you do it one by one. Well, now with robotic process automation, we can make it faster, more efficient, and error-proof. And it's exciting to tell people, it's exciting to show people. So what we like to do is have folks here at the conference come and see it.
Yeah.
We're showing the video of a demo of something that we have done with robotics, and it's incredible. 2 hours of work that would take somebody to do is done in 5 minutes.
Fantastic. Now, is there somewhere we can't bring that up right now, can we?
No.
Okay.
But if they come over to
the booth,
519.
Okay, 519.
We'll show it to them throughout the whole conference, and it's really something to see.
So, what is someone who's considering using your services? What would you say to them as they begin to think about making the leap into working with a company like yours?
Absolutely easiest question in the world, so thank you for that.
Sure.
We're a services company, and we do a lot of work around whether it's procurement, technology, or, for example, business process outsourcing, whether it's finance and accounting or other areas across the board, for companies that don't have the resources, want to do it faster, they want to innovate, and they just don't know how to do it in-house. We're specialists. Most companies will do a lot of areas, right? But they've done it for years. And it gets old, it's not current, it's not any fun anymore. So we'll go in and we'll actually assess it and make recommendations how they could do it more efficiently, cheaper, and often it makes sense to do it by outsourcing it.
Sure.
Bringing in additional labor that will do it for them, be more creative and innovative. So it just depends on what the processes are, but we'll help the company figure that out and make recommendations. Sometimes it's best to keep it in-house. Oftentimes it's best to outsource it and have it done, whether it's onshore or offshore.
What's a company that you've done that for? What's a sort of a success, an exchanging success story?
Companies you may have heard of, CBRE. We help them globally in multiple regions, primarily in their finance and accounting space. We outsource, they outsource to us, and we do the work in India, in both Bangalore and Shimoga. We do it in the procurement space, and we do it also for another small company called Cushman & Wakefield, where we do their finance and accounting.
New kids on the block.
Yeah, and who's now about to go global in a big way under their new owner. But we do their finance and accounting office work out in Shimoga, out of India and Bangalore. We also do their travel and expense auditing. And we also do client accounting for thousands of properties. So that's pretty exciting. The other one that we like to talk about is General Growth Properties, one of the largest shopping center retail companies in the US. We do their work, they're based in Chicago. And for them, we do procurement for them.
What does that look like?
Well, it's a number of things. We're helping them with suppliers buy better, vendor matching, vendor searching, also creating competition to drive prices down. So instead of a company looking for a particular product, let's say you need in real estate, you need to buy office supplies. Something as simple as office supplies.
Sure.
You might call Staples, Office Depot. Well, we'll do it over a vast scale across the country. so maybe 50 companies, so we're now competing for the business. So we'll orchestrate that. We do that right out of Chicago.
And I'm assuming what you're telling me is that right now there are probably more people involved in that procurement process, but eventually that's going to become an even more robotic process?
Well, procurement can be. Right now, it's very. We need people who think.
Sure.
It takes a thought process.
Right.
How do you compete with? How do you take various suppliers, up to hundreds of them, and help them compete? That's really not a robotic process. It's really a human process. You have to think. The robotics will be more in the business process servicing area, where instead of having your bank statements being reconciled with just data entry, really boring work, we will we'll automate that completely. So software will do that.
What is one of the headlines that you want people to take away from RealComm 2015 in reference to exchanging? What are some of the big messages that you want them to attach to your company?
Sure. First of all, we're a global firm with over 7,000 employees, and we're in 48 countries. But we focus on technology-enabled services. So, for example, technology-enabled business process services. So it's not just outsourcing to people to do the work. We innovate, and we bring technology to everything we do across the board, whether it's procurement or whether it's business process services. The thing that I like to talk about specifically on this topic of robotics and robotic process automation, we're the first global accredited company, services provider, that has done that for one of the best technologies called Blue Prism. It's out of the UK, very sophisticated software, and we implemented it successfully in a very quick time. We do over 150,000 cases a month in it currently, and it's been progressing. We're up to 18 different processes that we do on the robots, which is really interesting. If you come and see it,
yeah,
it's a software program, so sophisticated, but fun and creative, and it's a fantastic innovation.
I'd like to see, and if you feel free to say no, and I'll ask you after it off the air, but I'd like to get you here again and bring up this video and maybe talk us through, because I think it's something that, I think it's great that you can see it there, but I'd like us to be able to see it here on Conference Live.
You got it.
Yes.
We'll do it.
Jeff Wallack, thank you so much for sponsoring us.
Sure.
Thanks for giving
Our
us
pleasure.
a little bit of insight into exchanging, but we want more. My people demand more. So tomorrow or the next day, we'll go a little bit more in depth and show us the robotics of this.
You got it. We're happy to do that.
Fantastic.
Thank
Jeff
you.
Wallack from Exchanging, one of the most exciting booths here at the show, but also one of the most exciting technologies that we've talked about.